everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are just gonna jump right in about a topic that I keep getting asked about. Most people want to start a lash business, and it's good because it's really busy right now. It's an industry that is really taking off, so it's good to be a part of it, but we do have to consider the pros and cons. So today we'll go over the pros and cons of starting your own lash career, the things you should know and the things you should consider before you just jump right in and end up having to learn the hard way. So like and subscribe to my channel and this video if it helps you out. And if you haven't seen my other videos, go check them out. Hopefully they do help you out. And if they do, leave a comment and just kind of let me know what other videos you need. So just jumping right in, we are gonna get started with the pros, right? So there's a lot of pros. Obviously, starting your own business, you get to be your own boss. So you make your own hours, you get to make your own look of the business, how you want things to pretty much appear to your clients. You get to be in control of your money. Being in control of my money for me was a really big deal because I just hated going to work and then they would like tax my checks and I wouldn't make enough money. So it just seemed to me like they take your money, they touch your money first, and then you kind of get the leftovers. So I always recommend starting a business. It doesn't always have to be a lash business, but I'm all for having a business. You get to meet new people. That's a really cool thing for me. I like to meet all different type of people. And in the lash industry, you do have a lot of time with them. So they are going to be pretty much laying down for hours on end. So they're going to tell you about like their personal life and like these funny stories, and you kind of really have them open up. And so I really like that because we kind of get like different outlooks of like different people's lives at the same time. So I like giving people advice, and I find myself being able to do that when I'm doing lashes. So that is one of the things I really like about doing lashes. And then of course, like I said, you can be your own boss. For me, being my own boss in the beginning was a pro and a con. So when it comes to being your own boss, it's good because obviously you get to do what you want. But if you're not disciplined enough to be your own boss, it's gonna be hard to be successful, especially in the beginning, because you get to choose what you do. So when you're going to work in the morning and you really don't feel like going to work and you had like this really hard night, you have to go or you lose your job. But it's different when you work for you. It's kind of just like, I can do it later, or I don't have to go right now, or I'll just figure it out. So I had a hard time balancing the actual discipline of it. But then when I did get to the place where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna play around with my business anymore. I'm gonna take it serious. I'm gonna work it like a job. That's when I started getting the outcome that I wanted from the business. So you have to be disciplined enough to be your own boss. But once you find that discipline, it's actually a really beautiful thing. So I've been having a good time doing that. Those are pretty much a lot of the pros. Obviously, you have a chance to, make more money than you can at a lot of companies because you can choose to work longer, or you can choose to, up your prices. You kind of get to control how much you make in a year. If you kind of level it out and you think, okay, I'm going to charge this much, I'm going to do this many clients, I'm going to sell products, or whatever the case is, you kind of get to have that ballpark frame, and you get to work longer hours to kind of make your goals. So another pro is going to be that pretty much the sky is the limit. The lash industry is really busy right now, and most lash techs are just sticking to doing lashes, and they're doing multiple amount of clients a day and just making their money that way. But I kind of like branch out different ways just because I like to do different things. I'm a really busy person, so I feel like I have to have a couple different things going on all the time. And so for me, like, I do trainings and I sell products here and there. I haven't gotten really deep into selling products, but I work on a lot of my training things. So that kind of keeps me busy whenever I'm not doing lashes. And with lashes right now, people are doing trainings, people are selling products. Everything that you use in the lash industry is sold by somebody. So like mannequins, you can sell mannequin heads, you can sell just lash brushes, you can sell lash shampoo, and then it just goes like on and on and on. Selling a lot of different things is where people kind of really branch off when it comes to doing lashes. But we also need motivational speakers. We need people to keep us pushing. So Then there's a bunch of people that do, motivate us because, you follow them on Instagram or Facebook. Those are people that you kind of wake up and you look up to because it's like, oh, they're lash techs too. And they know the struggle of the industry. So people that keep you pushing, you can branch off into writing books. Writing books is a really good one. People are doing like seminars, motivational seminars. And so there's just so many different ways that you can make money in the industry, even if you're not completely booked. So those are a lot of the pros that I have experienced when I started my lash journey. Now, another thing, it's a very creative kind of career to get into. So when it comes to being creative, you can do your own maps, right? You can create your own styles on people's lashes, and it's so beautiful to do because once they open their eyes, you're like, oh wow, I really did that. You can share your maps with other people, and other people will, really appreciate that because we're always looking for new looks. The creativity part of it really gets a lot of people interested because a lot of people do like being creative. So when it comes to creativity, the door is definitely open. I love being creative too, so I always look for like different maps. We kind of all feed off of each other. So let's talk about cons though, because you always hear the good stuff about lashing, but nobody kind of really tells you in depth the stuff that's kind of like not so good, right? The bad stuff, things we don't want to deal with. So one of the cons that people don't consider is that this is a slow grind. Like, you're not going to jump into the lash industry and immediately start making money. Very rarely do you see that. You have to take a lot of practice. You have to take a lot of time on a lot of people before you actually get to a pro level, even if you were trained by a professional. So when it comes to being really good at lashes, and when you're online and you're looking at other people's like pages and you're like, oh, I want my lashes to look how her lashes look, you kind of get discouraged because what you don't know is that she's probably been lashing for 3-4 years now. So in the beginning, when you're first starting off, you would probably start off with a classic set. Most people start off doing classics and then they start advancing to like volume, mega volume, and start doing like these advanced maps. So when it comes to doing volume, you kind of want to get classic down first because that'll be your foundation. So you need a steady, strong foundation. For me, when I first started the lash industry and I did my first classic set, it took me 4 hours to do one classic set. And that happened a couple of times before I got really good. So it's hard to do in the beginning because it's a tedious job. It takes a lot of time. It looks really simple when you're looking at it, like, oh, you just take an extension and you dip it in glue and then you put it on the, natural lash and there it is. I could do that. It takes a lot of time. You have to isolate correctly. You practice your isolation. So not to say you can't do it. You can do it, but you're not going to do it overnight. So I get a lot of people that do come to my trainings, and I make it very clear that you guys are not going to be professionals overnight. Like, you have to practice your craft. And some people kind of think like it's a lot easier than it looks. So it takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort, it takes not making money in the beginning. It takes spending more money than you make in the beginning. You start to feel like you're taking a lot of losses. But keep in mind, they're not losses, right? So that's all just part of your journey. And you have to go through beginner steps to get to, advanced steps. So I do recommend you guys considering it might take a few months before you're actually really, really good at doing classics. And that's with you putting the actual energy that you need to put into it. So if you're doing part-time lashes here and there and you're working on classics, it's going to take you a lot longer than if you're doing it all the time, like every day, and you're practicing and you're buckling down on it. So that's one of the things I didn't really consider when I started doing lashes. And when I did start doing lashes, I kind of did it part-time. And so I was getting part-time results. So I didn't buckle down and say, I'm just going to do full-time lashes. With all my free time, I am going to really focus on getting really good at this. I kind of looked at it like a side hustle. So it depends on where you want to take it. But if you're looking at other people who are making 6 figures in the industry and they're super successful, I just want you to know that that does not happen overnight. And it's like that with a lot of different businesses, but with this business, you know, you go through certain phases where you have to find your comfortability. So then another con we're gonna get into is if you don't have the right posture and you don't understand like your body being comfortable, you're gonna have back problems and you're gonna have neck problems. When I say problems, I mean pain. So a lot of times when we do lashes, we kind of like slouch like that to kind of be closer to your client, but there's ways to get around that. So they have lash pillows that they sell on Amazon or just online, pretty much anywhere. And you can get your client's head to get closer to you. That way you don't have to arch your back that much and then like break your neck looking down the whole time. So I do hear a lot of people in the beginning saying that they're having a lot of back pains and they stop lashing because their neck hurts. So I don't use a lash chair per se. I use a computer chair, like an office chair. Better yet, this is my lashing chair. And it has the side pieces right here. Sometimes I lean on them, but it goes up and down. It's just a regular computer chair. So if my client is a little bit lower, I'll go lower. If my client is a little higher, I'll go higher. But keep track of your positioning, because that is another reason why I realized that a lot of people are quitting and they're not liking the industry, but that's something you can work on. A lot of people have recliner chairs, so instead of having a flat bed, the recliner can go up and down and you can kind of just stay in one position. So there's definitely ways around it, but that's one of the cons that I have been bumping into a lot with a lot of people that started. Other than that, the actual sets, not the success of your business, but doing the actual lash sets take a long time as well. So when you're doing like classic sets in the beginning, you can take anywhere from like 2 hours to 4 hours. It just depends on how quick you get it. But when it comes to doing volume sets can take a little longer in the beginning as well. So some people take like 2 to 4 hours to do volume sets. Some people take more than that or less. Depends if you're doing layers and stuff. So definitely consider that each and every client that you do also takes time. So it doesn't only take time to build the business, it takes time to do everybody's lashes, which is why it's so expensive. But it's definitely not something that you can't do. Lastly, I just wanted to talk about, I just keep hearing people say it's a competitive business. A lot of people are doing lashes. And so a lot of people consider that one of the cons. And there are a lot of lash techs. But the thing about lashes that I love is that you can be different. And there's enough people getting their lashes done for everybody to make money. So when it comes to competitive and like thinking about how much competition is out there, don't overthink that, because if you're doing lashes right and you're doing high quality sets and you're performing on these people, they're gonna come back. So a lot of people are doing lashes, but not everybody's doing good lashes. You know, and then like we talked about on a different video, before you start your business, just think about these things. And if the cons are not really cons to you and the pros outweigh the cons, then I would get into it. If it's something that you're not really interested in because it just takes too much time, do understand that it's very time consuming. It's not just, you know, you hurry up and do somebody's lashes. Those are like the topics that I can think of that you probably want to consider before you start doing lashes and start an entire career out of it. And then my number one advice to you is probably always going to be the same advice. Keep people in your circle that are going to push you. So keep people around you that are going to motivate you on days when you really don't feel like it, on days when you feel like you're not doing good enough, or somebody else's sets are better than you, especially in the beginning. Or even sometimes as a professional, you sometimes look at your work like, damn, I thought I'd be further than this by now. Just keep it up, you know, keep focusing on your industry, keep focusing on your specific business, and don't compare yourself to other people. You need to follow people on social medias that are going to motivate you on a daily. If you need somebody to follow, I definitely try and stay active on mine. So my Instagram is my most active platform, so you can follow me. My Instagram is f.lash.yy. So it's flashy, and then you'll just see it'll pop up as Cynthia. I have a Facebook as well, and that is Flashy Beauty. And definitely make sure you watch my other videos, because they will help you out, especially if you're beginning in the lash industry. I have a lot of tips that you guys can use as well. So that is all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this video helps you out. I will see you next time.